What's that?
And Nketiah 6, really?
Yeah, didn't score. The 2 opportunities that he had to score wasn't clinical enough for me. I think he was good at everything else, but you can't get 2 opportunities like that. 2 one-on-ones with the goalkeeper and not score one of them.
No, I don't disagree with you on that one. Yeah, I see where you're coming from on that one. I thought he was our best player in the first half. I genuinely did. I thought everything that we did good came through Eddie Nketiah. I thought he was holding up the ball really well. I thought he was causing a lot of problems with their defence. Saka was just doing his job again. Martin Odegaard was excellent. I thought Thomas Partey weren't that great in the first half. I thought his passing was a little bit wayward. Nearly scored an absolute banger though. Same with Zinchenko as well. His passing was a little bit wayward. But what can I say, Northside? Eh? You know, let's just let me talk to Deji for a bit. Yeah, Deji, bro. I know you're probably watching. I know you may be, you may not. But here's a message to Deji. Make sure it gets to Deji as well, people in the comment section, right? Stop trying to call yourself a big club. You are a tin pot club. Tin pot. Yeah? Imagine this, yeah? Imagine calling yourself a big club when your local rivals have had a decade of acting like a small club when they used to be a big club. And they've still won more than you in your golden era. 30-year-old Harry Kane has not won a single trophy, and they want to argue that he's been the best striker in Premier League history. Yeah? Yeah? What? 2 goals? What was it? 2 goals he needed today to equal Jimmy Greaves' record? What happened there? My man went missing. Where was Son? Where was Son? Kulusevski? Anybody see him? Nah, dead food, bruv. Absolute dead food tin pot club that don't need to be even mentioned. Because let's be honest, bro, we absolutely bodied them today. Absolutely bodied them. And I know it's not a difficult task because most teams do body them. Yeah, let's not get it twisted. Aston Villa and all that, right? Talking about winning Champions Leagues and all this shit. Yeah, whatever, bro. Come on, man. Aston Villa bodying you, Arsenal bodying you at your home ground. And you think you get, oh, come on. Dej, I'm going to have a field day with you, bro. I'm going to have an absolute field day with you. I cannot wait. But yeah, what can I say, Northside? All I can say is fucking Edu Gaspar, bruv. He needs to get his hands out of wherever the fuck he is. I heard he was like chewing his daughter's toenails and all that, right? But he needs to sort himself out, bro. Stop cooking these barbecues. Stop sniffing feet and all that, yeah? Get your hand in your pocket and back this manager. Back him. Because for as bad as what, you know, me and Northside are on the same page, right, when it comes to Mikel Arteta. When we was 15th, we thought, that's it, game over, done. There's no way that this manager can ever get us to where we ever want to be, yeah? When we finished 8th in his second season, it was like, nah, this is just beyond embarrassing now. And then last season as well, the way that we ended that, when we should have finished 4th, and we ended up finishing 5th, it's like, nah, where is this football club actually going? And slowly but surely, we've seen the progression. We have. We've seen the progression, slowly but surely. Now look at us, flying high at the top of the league, 8 points clear. Nobody can tell me that we haven't been the best team in the league this season, because we clearly have, yeah, by a country mile as well, right? So you backed him when we was 15th. You backed him when we was 8th. You backed him when we finished 5th and we should have finished 4th. Now that we're top of the league, fucking back him now. Do you know what I mean? All this Mudryk and all this crap, right? I never wanted that guy in the first place. I made that very clear. But I did say, if that's the prime target, go out and get him. Pay the money. We didn't pay the money. We had him stolen off us by Chelsea, right? I'm not disappointed, because I don't personally feel like we need a player like that. We need strength in depth. We need 2 or 3 high-quality players that can come off the bench and make an impact, that can potentially, push our starting 11 for a position within the team, right? Because let's be honest, right now, all these people that were calling for Mudryk, that would have been an absolute waste of money if we're thinking about it, right? Especially this season. Because who is Mudryk getting in over? He ain't getting in over Martinelli. He ain't getting in over Saka. He ain't getting in over Jesus or even Nketiah at the moment. So we would have bought this guy for near on 100 million euros to sit him on the bench. Madness, absolute mad. And I know for a fact we wouldn't have got anybody else. So this Mudryk deal falling through, in my eyes, is a blessing in disguise. But at the same time, is it a blessing in disguise? Because we've seen this with Arsenal before. Last January, you know, we put all our eggs into that Vlahovic basket. That ended up falling through and we ended up with no one. But this time around, this football club has got to learn, Northside. Yeah? Learn from the past mistakes. Don't be dilly-dallying around in the transfer window like we have done. Make sure you get this manager 2 to 3 players in this window and get it done. Get it done now. If you do that, we can win the Premier League. I'm telling you that for a fact. If you do that, we could probably maintain competing for Premier League titles over the next 4 or 5 years because of the age of our squad, because of the fact that our squad is only going to get better the more that they play together, the more that they understand the tactics, the more of a better players that we've got in terms of squad depth, pushing them for a starting place. So we've got ourselves in a real good position here. And all it's going to take is for them to fail in this transfer window to throw it all away again. You know what I mean? And this is why we need to do the business and get it done now. But having said all of that, I heard a lot of people talking about how Tottenham were a lot better in the second half and how you know, they tend to start slow in the first half and then come out better in the second half. I don't think that's the case today. I just think we didn't maintain the level that we showed in the first half. And I can understand why as well, because when you see the players that came off the pitch when mikel when Arteta made his substitutions, they look absolutely fucking knackered, bro. Absolutely knackered. And this is the easy telltale sign to Edu, to Vinay, to the Cronkies that we need investment and we need it now. We need it now. Look at the players that came on the pitch, right? Tomiyasu. Yeah. Who else did he bring on? He brought on Smith Rowe and Vieira right at the end, but I'm sure he brought on somebody else before Tomiyasu as well. I'm sure that was a defender as well. But it's like a team that is going for the title should never, ever have to rely on bringing a defender before an attacker. Do you know what I mean? It's just it's embarrassing, and I can see why we did it, you know, to see the game out. But against better teams, we could find it different.
I see what you're saying, because 79th minute, 86th minute, we bring on Tierney, Tomiyasu. Okay, cool. Like you said, we're trying to see out the game. I get it. But then we're bringing on Smith Rowe, that's coming back from injury, 93rd minute. Fabio Vieira, 94th minute, with 5 minutes extra time. It's not that convincing, especially when he didn't bring Fabio Vieira on at all against Newcastle. And Emil Smith Rowe at all against Newcastle, a game that we needed to get extra points. So I get it with Emil Smith Rowe coming back from injury. I get it. But is he the finished article? No, we're going for the title. So we need more proven players than Emil Smith Rowe, especially with his issue with always picking up injuries during the season. Then you have Fabio Vieira. He's still adjusting to the league. He's not ready to kick on. And if he was ready, why didn't he come on against Newcastle? Why didn't he not come on a lot earlier for Martin Odegaard in this game? So it just goes to show how he thinks about a lot of his players that he has on the bench. So I completely agree, bro. And when you're looking at, you said about Mudryk, the thing is, when Martinelli's not playing well, could Mudryk not come on? You know, if we would have had a Mudryk, that would have changed the game, because Mudryk is going to have off games, so is Saka. Today was a day where Martinelli had an off game. We could have used with somebody in the bench that would have taken him off, because he didn't do anything in the first half and he didn't do anything in the second half. We could have brought somebody on fresh and given Martinelli reason to keep his form up, knowing that there's somebody on the bench that's going to take my place. If I don't keep up the standard, there's somebody there that's going to take my place. But he knows that Marquinhos is not going to take his place. Pepe has no future at this club. Then you look at Nketiah. For everything, and I did say, for everything Nketiah did well today in terms of build-up play, bringing people in, stretching the defense, very good in the counter-attack. Your main job is still to score goals. And when you have those two opportunities, the one-on-one with the goalkeeper, and then Granit Xhaka gives it to you on the plate, one-on-one with Lloris, and you hit it straight at him, hit him in his stomach. I need better. I need better. Now, Nketiah has done well. I think he's actually done well with the chances that he's been given in the last couple of games. He has been scoring, but at the same time, the thing is, the fact that he's not clinical enough is going to cost us. And I know that Gabriel Jesus isn't clinical enough also, but having two strikers that are not clinical when you're trying to go for the league isn't good enough. We need to go out there and get another striker. We need to go out there and get a striker that is clinical, a striker that offers us something different. I think Nketiah, I will give him some props where he has become better at his build-up play. He's become a little bit bulkier. He doesn't get pushed off the ball so easily. He still sometimes goes to the ground. But he's definitely learning from Jesus, learning how to play 1-2s, little triangles and stuff like that. I'll give him props. But ultimately, it's the same problem we had with Lacazette. It's all good having the build-up play, but you need to put the ball in the back of the net. You can't have 2 one-on-ones with a goalkeeper and not score at least one of them. I'm sorry, you're a striker. That is your bread and butter, scoring goals. And when you're not doing that, it is frustrating because we're going for the league.
Yeah, so with that being said then, Northside, right, we've obviously got 85 million pounds, 95 million euros to spend in this window. Who would you spend that on?
I'd get Paulinho for 20, 30 mil, first of all. I would get another striker like Mitrovic, for example. There's not many world-class out there, but he gives us something different. Then I'd go and get Maddison that we can rotate with Odegaard, because clearly Fabio Vieira coming on with 94 minutes. Clearly this manager doesn't think he's as good as Odegaard. So I'd get another number 10, and I'd get another deep line playmaker. You could get Tielemans. You could go and get Linkovic-Savic, or go get somebody else. I would go get Onani and the other CDM from Morocco. I've been saying about Morocco had some good midfielders. Go out there and get them. Go out and get that done. And then for me, I think that's better. That's a better spent 85, 90 million, even 100 million than going and just get Mudryk. My thing was I was annoyed that we spent so much money going out there and getting Mudryk. We spent half the window chasing a player that didn't want us, wasting time when we have so many players and so many positions that need to be filled. That's what frustrates me. When I'm looking at